This is not the church of Joseph Smith. And a major city yet to be determined in Russia. And a major city yet to be determined in Russia. And a major city yet to be determined in Russia.
All right, Travis Wayne Goodsell. A follow-up for my lawsuit against the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, filed September 9th, 2020. Yes, on Nelson's birthday. The civil filing is a RICO charge. It involves RICO in the sense of sedition. You may have heard on the news that William Barr has talked about requesting prosecutors to proceed with sedition charges against protesters. And the news has been saying, well, this is a rarely used thing. Why is he bringing this up? Well, let me show you why he's bringing this up. In RICO, under 18 U.S.C. 1968, civil investigative demand, whenever the Attorney General has reason to believe, he has to be informed of the federal filing that I filed. He knows about the federal filing I have filed. It was sent to his office. He knows that I put in the sedition. So here's the procedure of what is going on right now. And this is why my case is not proceeding yet, because they're waiting for the Attorney General to follow 18 U.S.C. 1968. Whenever the Attorney General has reason to believe that any person or enterprise may be in possession, custody, or control of any documentary materials relevant to a racketeering investigation, he may, prior to the institution of a civil or criminal proceeding thereon, before, issue in writing and cause to be served upon such person a civil investigative demand requiring such person to produce such material for examination. They may be coming to me to ask me for questions. They may be going to the church saying, we need to search and seize in order to perform an investigation. Each such demand shall state the nature of the conduct constituting the alleged racketeering violation, which is under investigation, and the provision of law applicable thereto. Describe the class or classes of documentary material produced thereunder. We're going to find out the full financial value of the church. And with such definiteness and certainty as to permit such material to be fairly identified. Yes, they will be searching Deutsche Bank. 3. State that the demand is returnable forthwith or prescribe a return date with which a reasonable period of time within which the material so demanded may be assembled and made available for inspection and copying or reproduction, and identify the custodian to whom such material shall be made available. Let's see. No such demand shall contain any requirement which would be held to be unreasonable if contained in a subpoena Duces Tecum. Sorry, my Latin's rusty. Issued by a court of the United States in aid of a grand jury investigation of such alleged racketeering violation. This also may be proceeding. Require the production of any documentary evidence which would be privileged from disclosure if demanded by a subpoena issued by a court of the United States in aid of a grand jury investigation of such alleged racketeering violation. Like I said, there may be a potential grand jury investigation involved with this. D. Service of any such demand or petition filed under this section may be made upon a person by verified return. Let's see. F. 1. The Attorney General shall designate a racketeering investigator to serve as racketeer document custodian, and such additional racketeering investigators as he shall determine from time to time to be necessary to serve as deputies to such officer. Any person upon whom a demand issued under this section has been duly served shall make such material available for inspection and copying or reproduction to the custodian designated therein at the principal place of business of such person, or at such place as such custodian and such person thereafter may agree and prescribe in writing, or as the court may direct, pursuant to this section, on the return date specified in such demand, or on such later date as such custodian may prescribe in writing. Such person may, upon written agreement between such person, grounds thereof. Custodian, to whom any documentary material is so delivered, shall take physical possession thereof. 4. Whenever any attorney has been designated to appear on behalf of the United States before any court or grand jury in any case or proceeding involving any alleged violation of this chapter, upon the completion of the racketeering investigation for which any documentarian produced and any case proceeding arising from such investigation. 6. I'm looking for pertinent material for you, not just process stuff. In the event of death, disability, or separation from service of the custodian, please don't take that long. I can help you with an outline from where to look. Whenever any person fails to comply with any civil investigative demand whatsoever, refuses to surrender, Attorney General may file in the District Court of the United States for any judicial district in which resides, transacts, for enforcement of this section. Let's see. Within 20 days after the service of any such demand upon any person, or at any time during the date specified in the demand, whichever period is shorter, such person may file modifying, setting aside such demand. Set time allowed for compliance with this demand, and and any such time custodian delivered. So yeah, it's a Mueller investigation is what this is going to be. That's what we're waiting for, is if the Attorney General is going to do his make a demand for a racketeering investigation. So he's reviewing it right now, apparently, and that's why it was on his mind. Now, in regards to 18 USC Chapter 15, which is treason, sedition, and subversive activities, it is under advocating overthrow of the government. this is part of it. There's multiple parts. I'll go to the previous screen. No. Okay, there's the treason chapter. There's misprison of treason, rebellion on or insurrection, seditious conspiracy, advocating overthrow of government, registration of certain organizations, advocating activities affecting armed forces generally, activities affecting armed forces during war, recruiting for service against the United States. We are all enlisted till the conflict is o'er. Happy are we, oopsie we betrayed America. Soldiers in the army, we are going to prison. Enlisted to serve against the United States. Now, say oops. Advocating overthrow of government. We'll just go over this one and then we'll end here. Whoever knowingly or willfully advocates, abets, advises, or teaches in Sunday school, priesthood, sacrament meeting, conference, the duty, necessity, desirability, or propriety of overthrowing or destroying the government of the United States or the government of any state, territory, district, or possession thereof, or the government of any political subdivision therein, by force or violence, or by the assassination of any officer of any such government, or whoever with intent to cause the overthrow or destruction of any such government, prints, publishes, edits, issues, circulates, sells, distributes, or publicly displays any written or printed material, matter, advocating, advising, or teaching the duty, necessity, desirability, or propriety of overthrowing or destroying any government in the United States by force or violence, or attempts to do so, or whoever organizes or helps or attempts to organize any society, group, or assembly of persons, such as Utah Mormons, or who teach, advocate, or encourage the overthrow or destruction of any such government by force or violence, such as a viral weapon. I didn't put that in the previous force or violence, but yes, that's what my case is alleging, that their negligence in the handling of coronavirus, which includes Governor Herbert, not just Nelson, is in accordance with this. Let's see, let's read this again. Assembly of such persons to teach, advocate, encourage, overthrow, destruction of government by force of or becomes, or is a member of, or affiliates with, any such society, group, or assembly of persons, knowing the purposes thereof. Jesus is coming to destroy the wicked in government. He's going to overthrow the government. Oh? And how is he going to overthrow the government? The virus. Oh? You mean the one Joseph Smith warned was going to be done? And that we as members of the church were supposed to stand up and protect America against? Shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both, and shall be ineligible for employment by the United States or any department or agency thereof for the 5 years next following his conviction. If 2 or more persons conspire to commit any offense named in this section, each shall be fined under this title and imprisoned on 20 years, blah, blah, blah. As used in this section, the terms organizes and organize with respect to any society, group, or assembly of persons include the recruiting of new members, the forming of new units, wards, stakes, branches, and the regrouping or expansion of existing clubs, classes or other units of such society or assembly of persons. Yes, missionary work. And lo and behold, missionary work is a pyramid scheme. Oh no! Oh no! Yes, the church is going down in flames. You don't mess with me. So yes, this is just the advocating overthrow of government section. There's the others that also apply: treason, rebellion or insurrection, seditious conspiracy, all having to do with what they did to me and what they didn't do in accordance with the law in the handling of my previous lawsuit. And so because this treason, sedition, and subversive activities is filed under the RICO, the civil investigative demand has been sent to the Attorney General to determine whether he is going to proceed with a racketeering investigation. And I think I gave enough evidence, especially when I point out the previous case in which such evidence Judge Waddups called ad hominem. Oops. Like I said, don't mess with me. I know what I'm talking about. You guys need to listen to me when I'm telling you the real church history. And yet, Mormons don't want to listen. You're going against the church, you're anti-Mormon. You guys are going to want to be anti-Mormon real quick. Because the keystone of history, I put it in this new lawsuit, Canandaigua, New York. It's going to bring up the old wounds. Barr may not understand it. The inspector for this may not understand it and may have to do his investigation on this matter. He may have to go back into the United States court files to the William Morgan incident, if there are any. I'm sure they are, but he'll have to go back and investigate those. He'll have to investigate the Illuminati and the threats of the Illuminati on the United States. He will see Brigham Young with the Eagle Gate, which I mislabeled Seagullgate, but he'll see, oh yeah, Illuminati, that's their symbol. Yep, there it is on Brigham Young's gate into his property, which now points at the state capitol. So yes, the church isn't going to win this unless there's a massive cover-up by the United States government now in the Attorney General's office. But Trump, if you're listening, I hope you can find it's real simple to do. The church is a multi-trillion-dollar business. They will have to be paid for their investigation. Trump is well known for funneling money into his pocket. And so, yeah, that's all he needs to hear. Multi-trillion dollars. And see, it will be in his interest to get involved and funnel such money for other such activities that he deems necessary as president. So yes, that's the way to get to him to allow this to proceed. As the LDS Church is not significant if we lose our red state status for an upcoming election, say. It won't have any bearing on Trump. We're insignificant as a state in regards to our electoral votes. But it'll allow Trump to retaliate against Mitt Romney. All he'll have to do is say, Mormons, isn't that Romney? Do it. So, yes, guys, this is serious as much as it's hilarious. But, yeah, the church is toast. And that's why my case has not yet been approved. It's gone before the Attorney General for disposition as to whether the United States is now going to get involved. If they proceed with a racketeering investigation, my civil case will be put on hold. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Because the results of that investigation will then be used for either civil or criminal procedures and blah, blah, blah. So, yes. Bye-bye.